So many buttons to hit. Why does that seem so loud tonight? We've been trying to chase down an echo, guys. We've got something strange going on. So hopefully it sounds okay. According to OBS, it should be. But it does seem awful loud. We're going to turn down a little bit. Tonight, if you don't know, we are reviewing this guitar right here.
This is exciting.
Yeah, this is the Sire, guys. So, if you can't tell, we had Brian from Shandor Music in tonight.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
He wanted to come in and do a review with us. So this is the first time we've done a review like this. So bear with us if we make mistakes. This is our first time doing this like this.
Vox said, I'm worried about tonight's guitar. It looks kind of Fender-y.
Oh, well, everyone's on the Fender kick, so it's not a Fender. It is a Sire, and I'm sure Sire got a letter. I'm pretty sure they got a letter. Since we're doing it this way, I guess I need to face a little bit like this. This is called the Yellow Swirl, okay? And this is a T7 model. So they do make some other colors. They have a blue that looks pretty cool. That looks like they threw paint on it. Those are really the only two radical colors. The rest of them kind of have standard colors. They've got a burst and a couple solid colors. Really nice guitar. The price point has went up on Sire a little bit over the years, but I think this guitar here is right at the $750 or $775 mark. Let's actually take a look at that real quick and see if I can find the Sire information.
Vox said, hi, Brian. Good to see you. And don't let Avery talk you into playing Linnell's guitars.
What's up, Vox? I'll do my best.
So here's the Sire information, and their MAP price is $789 for this particular guitar. So real quick, we're going to go over some features of the guitar. So body material is American Otter. The shape is a T-style shape, and of course they can't see Telecaster. Everyone had already went to the T-style or S-style. So they're calling it as T-style, which stands for Telecaster. Neck material is roasted maple. We do have a C shape on the neck. The scale length is 25.5. We have rosewood, okay, and it's a rolled fingerboard. You know what I think's causing that echo? Yep, right there. And I think we should probably get a... There it is.
It's gone.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm pretty sure that there was a tremendous amount of echo. And you guys got to see what I did there. So you get to see what I... Most of the time, guys, when I'm doing things like that, when you guys don't necessarily... And I'm doing... You'll see the mouse moving and I'm talking. Those are the screens that I see. And there's quite a bit that I have to do. All right, well, back to the specs. So, the fingerboard on this guitar is really rolled. So they've really broken that edge. So this is 100% correct. They're claiming it's a 9.5 to 14-inch compound radius. 2.7 millimeter wide medium jumbo stainless steel frets. Okay. It has a Graphtec Tux XL nut. The inlay is pearloid and abalone, and it is sharp. It's a sharp. Electronics is an LC super modern pickup set. I think they sound really good. You can go back and watch last night's stream where we went through some sounds on the guitar. Got a 5-way lever control switch. Okay. Hardware, metal dome knobs with a really nice knurling. It has a 2-point tremolo bridge. String spacing is 10.8, and I'm assuming that's at the bridge. If not, this has got a really fat neck. Tuning gears. It says it's Sire Premium Locking Tuners, and they do feel smooth. The finish is chrome, and it does not have a pick guard. So that is straight from Sire. So if you know the channel, what we do is we're going to go through, we're going to check the guitar, we're going to check the specs and make sure that it does follow Sire's guidelines. All right, I guess the first thing, if everyone knows, we always start out with fit and finish. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the actual body of the guitar. So this edge right to the neck joint. On the back side of the guitar, it has a larger easing. And this looks like it's either 3/16 or a 1/4 inch round over.
Sorry, my pick there stuck to you.
Oh, the pick stuck to it. I didn't notice it because it was the green and black. I thought they had swirled into the electronics cover. We do have a belly carve, and they've broken this edge. Okay, so they've eased that, so it's not a sharp edge right here. And that 1/4 inch does get a little tighter in the upper side of the belly carve right here. But all these joints, I don't feel any missteps from the CNC machine. It's very smooth. And we do have a little bit of a chamfer right here. And something I've noticed, if you look, right here, they've angled this heel joint.
The stream is like freezing for a second. It's almost like it's jumping.
We are streaming to multiple platforms. So let me check the other platform and see if it's having issues. We may have to stop the other platform. So far, we've had pretty good luck. But if it continues, guys, tell me, and we will stop the other platform. So that's the roundovers on the guitar. Now we do have a pickup route, which is right here in the guitar. So what I like to do is I'm going to look for missteps in the CNC, and I want to see where the bit retracted out or if it was programmed properly. And I'm looking at the edge. And what you're going to look for is on the straight section, somewhere in here, you're going to see a half circle, or a 1/3 of a circle. And what that means is when that tool is traversing across, they retracted without moving that tool into the pocket. And it always leaves a skip mark. And I'm not seeing it. Now, they did not round over this edge. It's a pretty sharp edge in here. And they have painted the inside of that black. So some manufacturers, when you look in here, it'll be raw wood. So they have painted that black so it disappears.
I wonder if it's conductive paint. I've seen some manufacturers do that.
It could be. We are completely disassembling this guitar tonight. So we can look in there and see. Get thoughts on it. Looking at our tremolo right here, there is no recessed route for pull backs to bring the pitch of the string forward. So I don't know if you can hear that. That's the tremolo hitting the body. So there is just a little bit of pullback on the bridge. Looking on the back of the guitar, this is our route for our tremolo. It's solid. It's got a piece of plastic on it. It is 1-ply plastic. And we have a route opening right here so you can get the strings through the tremolo block. Electronics cover. Right there. A little bit of deflection in the switch electronics cover. So it's definitely a 1-ply plastic. Feeling it to the body. It's protruding out just a little bit here, about a 64th. And right here, it's inset about a 64th. So it's not horrible. And there are 5 screws on that. Our neck plate says Larry Carlton. It has an S for Sire right here. And there's 4 screws. And it feels really smooth, and they've broken the edge on the neck plate. And it looks like a pretty nice chrome. Pretty decent. one strap button right here, and it's solid. Appears to be in the center. That one appears to be in the center too. And it's solid. You want to add anything that I missed just on the body part?
Nah, I think you pretty well covered it.
Okay. Now our neck sitting into the body, I see a continuous crack along this edge right here, and it's about a 64th. And on that side, it's tight. And I see the same crack on the back side. Now the back of the neck and the fingerboard is machined smooth, so this fingerboard doesn't overhang the neck material. It is cut flush. There is no overhang. Going down the neck of the guitar, first thing I do is kind of feel the frets. I'm pushing on it pretty tight. There's no sharp frets. The frets are very predominant though. When I run the fingers down it, I really feel the frets. And a lot of that is they've rolled this edge. And when I keep saying it, it's rolled a lot. Check that thing out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's smooth too.
So they've really rolled that over, and it's a good 1/16 of an inch.
At least.
We do have placement dots up the side of the neck right here. And this right here is pretty slick. I like how they've done this. This saves time. So the inlay has got a little bit of a circle on it. Let me change cameras and I'll try to get a little bit better view of it. You can see how that has a radius on the bottom for the CNC. It's not squared. And you can look at the rosewood there. It's beautiful rosewood. So the main reason for that is they don't have to go back with a chisel, a corner chisel, and knock these corners out. Okay? It's very little work. The CNC is doing all the work, and then they can CNC the inlays and pop the inlays in. So it's really sharp. I like it's got a square centerpiece. That's abalone. It's really nice. Feeling the nut to the neck. It's even with the neck. They've broken the edges here too, so it's not sharp. And looking at the straight line here, and people go, well, what are you talking about? It's a straight line. What I'm looking at is the glue joint between the neck and the main part of the body. If you see that concave, that means they've went in there with the DA sander and it's not a true flat surface. It's got a concave, and that'll show in the seam line. So it looks really nice and straight. Feeling the back of the neck on this guitar is stupid smooth. Did you feel that? Well, you played it earlier.
Yeah, when I was playing it, that's the first thing I was thinking about is how smooth that is. There's a little tiny spot right here.
Yeah.
I think it's just dust.
Got a little spot right there. Feeling the consistency. Yeah, this whole surface here is consistent, and there is right there like a speck of dust in it. Yep, that is dust in the finish. So it's got one little spot right there, guys. And you'll notice there's no shiplap joint. This is one solid piece of maple, and it's roasted. We do have locking tuners, and the tuner has a really nice gnarling on the end of it. It's really sharp gnarling.
These aren't ball-end stainless steel frets?
No. I am so far past the ball-in fret thing. Me personally, I think they cause too much trouble, and they reduce your playing area on the guitar. They do it because it's quick and fast. They can dress the fret before it's installed. The next problem is, since you're dressing the fret before it's installed, you have to calculate every cut perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Because every one of these frets get a little wider as it goes down the neck. Okay? Plus, if you pre-cut them, you have to perfectly press these frets in to where they align. Look down any one of your guitars with your ball end frets. Look down it like this. Okay? And when you look down those frets, don't lie to yourself. Do yourself a favor and look at it. It's going to go down that neck like a snake. And I have reviewed, I'm going to say 50 plus guitars with ball end frets. I've never seen one perfect. The best one I ever saw was from Firefly, believe it or not, and it still had one or two that were just a little out. Most of the time, they wave down the neck. The next problem with ball end frets, when you take the string and you do this, you have an 80% chance somewhere it's going to hang up under the fret. This one's not doing it. Okay? And you can see they have cut the tang back just a little bit on this fret. And what that means, the end of the fret's here and the tang comes down. They've trimmed the tang back and they've put filler in. And they've tapped every one of these frets down because they've rolled that neck. That's why you can feel, remember what I just said, you could feel the end of the fret as I went down? They've literally had to tap that fret to get that rolling in. It's sharp. And I'm not saying anything about, you can fix ball end frets, but you have to go through and tap all of them down and put CA glue in them. And if you have one that's not hanging up, great. I have reviewed a couple that didn't hang up. But for the most part, they hang up. You don't hear people talking about conventional frets catching strings. They just don't have that problem like a ball end fret has. The big thing with the ball end fret is you lose a 32nd of an inch of playing space on both sides. So it's a 16th of an inch on average that you're losing. So you'll have a tendency of pulling the string off the fret on a ball end guitar more so than a conventional fret guitar. If a conventional fret guitar has good fret dressing, it's good fret dressing. The ball end fret's just faster because they can do it and cut the ball in before it's put in the guitar.
Jupe said he has had the high E string hang up even without ball end frets.
Yeah, it can, because remember what I just said, you've got the tang has been cut back, okay? But usually with manufacturers like this, it seats in better, okay? They have less trouble with this type fretwork. And if you see the guitars that you see the metal come down from the fret and there's no filler, they won't hang up because the tang is out even to the end. So if the string does pull over, it's still on the fret. But a lot of people don't like the look. They're like, oh, look, I see this little metal tang. But in reality, that's actually better than Sire and all these other companies cutting the tang back and filling it. Because whenever you do that, that means the edge of this fret has a point sticking out that can hang up the string. These are opinions, you know.
I was going to say, I've had a lot of instances now, guitars that had binding on them, they got that tang cut back. Well, anyways, that string will roll over and it'll get stuck right between the binding and the string. It'll kind of catch, or if, when you get a little bit of that fret sprout going on, it might catch onto that some. So usually if you have a string sticking like that, I would see if it's seated. I'd make sure that there's take a filler gauge, check it out, make sure there's no gap between, especially binding and that end of the fret, because also it probably has it.
Yep. I've just seen more problems with ball and frets, if that makes sense, guys. I'm just past the ball and fret thing. I see it now for what it is. When I look down them, I see the frets do this down the neck. I know what they're doing. It's to do it and do it right. It's going to add time. They're doing it to save time.
Wicked Fester said the filler is to battle fret sprout.
Yeah. Well, it's the filler is to offset them cutting the tang back, and they don't want to see that piece of metal.
An annoying critic said I found ball end frets uncomfortable because it usually doesn't have a good bevel, even if done right.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
100%.
like I said, it's quick and fast. That's why they do it, and they sold it off as a bonus. Okay, but believe me, it they just had to come up with a reason for it, if that makes sense. Oh, look, there's no more sharp fret ends. But they did it because now they can do a pile of frets without even having the guitars done. And if they were doing this down the neck a little bit, they didn't care. It was a budget guitar company. There are a couple high-end guitar companies or main brand companies now doing ball end frets, but I haven't seen one to see how well they align and are they tapping them down and having an issue. So I can't comment on the. And if you know who the high end, I don't know. I think Ibanez just did one. There's a couple other companies. I want to say it was Ibanez has a ball and fret version out now. Someone post in the comments if you know who it is, but it's a major brand. Yeah, that just what we found. I would rather have these personally. That's just me. Going after that, I'm looking for filler on our inlays. I don't expect to really see anything on these because this is a smart design choice. Again, this was decided to do this way because it's fast. But the guy did it in a smart way. It's fast and looks really good.
That's what I was going to say. It still looks really nice.
Yeah, it's fast and it looks sharp. I really like this piece of wood too. This is a nice piece of rosewood.
Oh yeah.
The finish on the tuners, guys, look top notch. And these are staggered tuners. So if you look at the height of this tuner, it's up out of the guitar probably 3/8, and this guitar is down really close, like 3/16 to a quarter. So they're going down. Pretty nice.
I like that.
Going up here, we're going to check our pickups, see if they. Yep, they're returning to 0 really nicely. They're not getting hung up. So the pickups work pretty good. Feeling our bridge. I do like the bridge on this guitar. It has a really nice smooth feel. Now I will say this. Right there. See that? I guarantee if I turn this guitar upside down, the bar is probably going to fall out.
Are they locking tuners?
Man, this ain't Dairy Queen.
That's pretty good. I like that. It didn't fall out, but there's a little bit of jiggle on it.
Are they locking tuners?
Yes, dear. Yes, these are locking tuners. Yeah, and they're nice. The tuners feel really nice on this guitar. And I'm going to say they're 18-1. They're at least 18-1 because you tuned it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
it is pretty smooth, so I'd give it an 18-1.
Yeah, it's probably an 18-1.
Jerry said he thought it was really nice when he checked it out earlier today.
Oh, Jerry's in the stream.
Yep.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Jerry came over and bought the Mackie. So he's the new proud owner of the Mackie, and he's going to be jamming on that. He's got a little studio and jam room set up at his house. He's going to set up with his powered speakers. He's going to be rocking and rolling. So, yeah, it's a little bit of slop, and it feels really loose. But right here, I don't know.
Yeah, it's set screw back here we can tighten.
Yeah, it's got a little set screw in it. So you could tighten it up and maybe get some of the jiggle out. But I like it to swing freely. Mm-hmm. Feeling our screws on the back of the bridge. They feel nice and smooth. Ooh. I like the saddles. And for my pet peeve, all the screws but one are set below the top side of the saddle. But I don't feel anything sharp. So I'm going to say that that's good. All these edges feel smooth. Don't feel anything weird. Turning our volume knob. They feel pretty consistent. It does not have a push-pull or anything. Nice and smooth. Switch doesn't have, I mean, it's really not bad. It's got maximum a 1/16 of an inch total deflection, maybe a 30-second side to side. Feels pretty good. Yeah, switch feels good. Let's flip it over. Let's check out the inside, guys, because everybody wants to know what this thing looks like inside.
This is a little pet peeve of mine, but I noticed they did a really good job on this, how they set that output jack.
Yeah.
It's flush with the nut there.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you just mentioned that, but something I sometimes look at the radius of the output jack. See, there's a crack right there?
Yep.
So, guys, let me switch cameras, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Jerry said he can't get the Kramer back in tune at the moment, but he'll figure it out. It took him a while to figure out the other Floyd trim that he has.
Yeah, Jerry, what you got to do is you got to unlock the lockers up here, okay? And then all the fine tuners, don't bring them all the way up. What I tell people is bring them up to where the saddle doesn't move, and then bring them in like 3/4 of a turn, all of them. Okay, leave this loose. Tune the guitar to whatever tuning that you want, okay? And make sure, get your tension right. Lock these, okay? And that, running the tuner in just a little bit will allow you some room just in case the string tree isn't perfect. Sometimes when you lock the nut, that'll increase the pitch on the string, so you need to be able to drew the tuner back. So run it in, 3/4 to a full turn, lock the nut, and then look at the bridge. Make sure the bridge isn't setting this way or that way. If it is, you'll have to go in and adjust the springs. We were getting ready to look at the routing.
He said he did all that, but it won't go.
Okay. If you want, get a hold of me tomorrow and bring it in. Guys, I had it set up to an alternative tuning, so we're going to have to do some changing on the Kramer. Jerry, if you're playing a lot of hair music, which I think you guys are, most of that stuff is played a half step down. So you might want to set the guitar up for a half step down, like Rat, a lot of the 80s stuff, Lynch Mob, stuff like that. They're usually playing a half step down. I think that guitar was tuned a full step down. If I'm thinking. I don't remember. The guys on the channel have me learning alternative tunings because everyone used to pick on me. Oh, you only play in standard. I'm like, okay. So now I've been learning.
He said he had to adjust the spring on his Ibanez.
Yeah. That's something that when you start changing tunings, I know the EVH has that drop thing, but you can't do that to a guitar on a floating bridge and expect it to stay parallel. It's the system isn't designed to do that, if that makes sense, guys. Okay, looking in here, that's got a nice block.
Oh, that is.
I'm not seeing any step down marks in the tool pad. Well, there is a step down. There's one step down mark right around here from the tooling path. And that paint has a little grit. The problem is I took my meter, guys, and I soldered a 1/4 inch jack to it, so I don't have 2 probes, so I can't test to see if this is shielding paint or not. But it kind of... See, shielding paint gets chalky. Okay, so what a lot of manufacturers now are doing, they're putting 2 coats of shielding paint on it, and then they spray their clear coat to seal it. So it has a glossy feel to it. I'm not sure if that would be shielding paint or not, guys. But we do have 3 springs. Oh, which camera are we at? 3 springs, standard claw, and you can see the block. It's a pretty heavy block. And you can see the ground wire. And the solder looks good on the ground wire. There's a nice sheen to it. So it was at temperature. The only thing I see with that is there's about a good 3/16 of an inch of wire from the solder pool before the shielding. That's the only thing I really see about with that. That was kind of, eh. Let's look in the electronics cavity. And just so everyone knows, that Mr. Tech here has already found a problem with the guitar. And I had played it, I don't know, a couple times. And he was tinkering around with it. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I've been playing that thing like 5 or 6 times and I didn't pick up on that problem. And he did find an issue with the guitar. So we already know that there's a problem. We just, we don't know how bad the problem is going to be.
You do know you don't have Brian in the video, right?
That's
Yeah.
okay. I'm already the shadows.
We got the wrong camera on, guys. Yeah, he already found an issue with the guitar.
Tell you, that cavity is pretty nice looking, though.
Yeah, what I look for is step down marks from the tool path.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not seeing that. So that means as they stepped it down, the last pass, they moved the bit in and did a clean pass.
Mm.
And you don't see any step over marks from where the machine went like this
Yeah.
and stepped across. It's smooth. It's well done in there. The cheaper the guitar, the messier they get, guys.
Yeah, they gotta move fast and get it done. Cheap.
Okay, we do have shield here.
Mikey said, well, what was it?
Well, what was the problem? We're
guess.
gonna go over
We'll
it.
get there.
Now, guys, I'm gonna probably say that this is shielding paint because they have painted this black right up to the edge, and then that would make this properly work. Because remember, if you don't have shielding paint and you don't have a piece of copper going up right here where the screw goes down with a bond to ground, you can do this until you're blue in the face and it doesn't do anything. It has to make contact to ground.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have a CLR switch in there too, and a great big orange drop capacitor. Oh, I'm getting all confused on which camera. So you can see the big orange drop capacitor on the bottom. And a nice quality CRL switch. So I'm going to let Brian dig through the wires and
Oh, yeah.
let him look through it there.
See if we can move some of this.
Do the Z inspection.
Okay. Start with the tone pot. I'm not going to hate on it because it's still clean, but there's little dabs of solder, but really that's all they need to hold that wire in, so I'm not going to pick on that. I did a Harley Benton yesterday.
Harley Benton.
And I don't know how any of the wires stuck because there was no solder. It's like a little drop.
I actually like this.
Mm-hmm.
To get that to bond tight, that means they put a little heat on the pot, and when they hit it with the solder, it was immediate. And you can see it in the sheen. It's got a nice sheen. And it's not a stalactite
Yeah.
on the end of the solder.
Yeah. It's not really sticky or anything there. I feel a little grit, so a little flux. So they cleaned it up pretty good. Moving on. Check out the volume. Same deal. It's pretty clean. A little bit of residue there from the flux that they was using, but nothing hateful.
The only issue with the flux is if you don't get it off, it continues to corrode.
Yeah, or you'll get dust and everything else sticking to it. And
Yeah. If you open up like old Gibsons were bad for it. You open it up and you'll see this brown dot. And the solder dot's right in the center. All that flux paste flowed out over the pot. And over 15 or 20 years, that it has just corroded the snot out of the top of the potentiometer.
Yeah, and really, you can take a Q-tip with some naphtha or lighter fluid, doesn't matter, same stuff, and just kind of go over it and they'll clean it right off.
So you see the name on the pots? Is it?
I'm trying to see. I can't. I need my sixth set of glasses here. Can't see if it says made in. Is that Korea? It looks like it says made in Korea. I can't really see a name on the pots.
They are full size pots as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of curious more about this switch. This guy is crazy. 5-way super switch.
Yeah, they're doing some serious parallel stuff there.
A little bit of messy here. That needs a little bit of cleanup. Couple of stray wires hanging out. You don't want that because that'll cause shorts down the road possibly. Looks like it got pretty hot here when it was doing some solder. Burned the wire a little bit. Nah, again, not a huge ordeal, but just makes it a little messy. Let's see. They got that sucker in there tight, but yeah, it's a little sloppy as far as the soldering work goes, but it's not the worst thing I've seen.
The big thing I see is that right there.
Let me see if is that a wire? Or is that just?
That's just a scrap piece of wire laying in there.
Yeah.
So, let me get the camera here. Put that in front of that camera. Can you guys see that little wire he just pulled out of there? So that was in the switch.
Yeah. Now that could easily fall into any contact.
That could cause an issue.
Mm-hmm. Could cause it to short out or get some weird intermittent noises. Yeah. Glad we found that.
Yeah, I thought it was a fray, and I'm like, well, that's an awful big fray coming out of that red wire.
Right.
They have put shrink tubing on the end of these guys. So that's something I do like. And they have shrunk around the bare neutral coming out of the center.
That part's really nice.
Yeah. There was some thought done to it here.
Yeah.
And it has an oversized arm drop capacitor on it. It's pretty sharp. You want to check out the switch or the plug?
Yeah, let's see what they did with that. They got a little hole drilled out for the wires to go to the output jack. Instead of just being in a wide open cavity. Well, again, not a big deal. You always got to pull those suckers anyways to maintenance them.
Any guitar I keep, I put pure tone jacks in.
I love pure tone, man. I tell you.
That's just a standard thing. If it's a guitar I'm keeping, it's getting a pure tone jack.
Now, as far as maintenance-wise goes, one thing I like about it as a technician, looking into it, as far as spraying any type of cleaner inside of potentiometers or even a switch, super easy to do. It's super easy to maintenance.
It's pretty clean.
That is really clean. Yeah, they did a good. Ah, wait a minute. Now that I hate. I do not. I like I say, that's me. I want the wire in there. I want the solder on it.
Yeah, it's such a big hole.
Yeah.
So they bonded to the top.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys.
But this one's perfect.
That was perfect. That guy is the one that's going to break if this guy gets loose and starts spinning. That'd be the one to break. Not, like I say, again, not the end of the world.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a standard jack, guys. It's not a pure tone jack, and it's not a cheap like Firefly with the white nylon type jack either. It's a decent jack.
Nah, it's a pretty good jack. That'll hold you for a while. That's it. So far, all the components I've seen are pretty good.
It's a good thing I got a good salesman at Sweetwater. If not, they would say, well, you voided your warranty. Uh-huh.
I can see it now watching your YouTube channel. Uh-huh.
Oh, he knows the channel.
It's like, well, you did all this stuff. You took the neck off. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows the channel. So when I had a problem with an Ivan SPWM20,
Yeah.
they said, what's the issue? I'm like, here's the video link. Yeah, there was all kinds of, if you guys remember that, that was kind of the debacle. But I will say Sweetwater did take care of me.
They're really good with their customers. I will definitely give them that.
They did take care of me.
But no, they did pretty good with that. It's probably the best wiring I've seen all week.
Yeah. I like that it has full-size pots. It's got a real CL oil switch on it. Nice jack. A lot of companies now using these little tiny, what are called dime-sized pots.
Yeah, little dime pots.
So it's nice to see nice full-size pots, a nice CL oil switch, and from the factory, a big, huge orange drop.
Yeah, because you don't ever see that. It's rare.
Yeah. So it already has the upgraded type stuff in it.
I wonder what the reading of that cap is going to be.
I don't know. I was trying to look at it, but the writing is so small.
Yeah.
So with a live review, guys, you get it's like watching paint dry. You get to see
Real
us.
quick, I want to see one thing.
Okay.
This is something I'm real picky about.
Oh, to see if the screw does that number, does the hula hoop dance.
I'm looking for it to wave at me, and I'm also seeing how easy and or difficult it is for it to adjust. Because a lot of times they'll take these screws and they'll just drive them in there.
I don't see them doing the hula dance.
Nah, they seem pretty good as far as that, and they're adjusting quite easily, which is nice. But yeah, there's a lot of times where when I'm doing subs and stuff on all these guitars, I will just pull those screws because they're so tight as far as trying to adjust them. Even if you're sticking out that far, they're just real tight. And I'll put some screw lube on there, pop back in.
Now, how many people want to guess, well, it's a screw. Why would the screw do this on the end? You got 5 seconds to put in the chat window. Well, why would the screw wobble?
Wobble, wobble.
Okay, the reason the screws wobble, when they put the screws in, the screws were sticking up and the top of the screw head was hitting this plate. So their quick fix is to take a hammer and tap the screw, then the plate goes on. It's fine until you go to do a setup and they've bent the screw and now the head of the screw does that on the end. Because they didn't get enough angle on the screw.
Yeah, Jupiter said over drilled hole. Your 5 seconds isn't quite long enough.
Oh, my 5 seconds isn't. I keep forgetting that there's a delay. Yeah, but that's what most likely what they've done is it was hitting the cover plate, and they have just tapped that screw to get the cover plate in. Leo James is bad for that. Excuse me. Leo James.
You use the same Friday hammer.
Yeah. Although I have seen it on Fireflies too. I won't throw Leo James completely under the bus. Firefly has done it too. I have not seen an IYV do it, but we've only reviewed 3 IYVs on the channel.
But yeah, so far I'm actually liking what I'm seeing. Yeah, there's that little spot.
Yeah, it's got a little piece of dust in the neck.
Yeah.
One spot, guys, little piece of dust in the neck. It's like a little teeny dot.
Probably a little 2000, knock that off.
All in all, I'd say the fit and finish on the guitar, guys, is really good. This is a well-crafted guitar.
Yeah.
The programming is done well. It's a nice guitar. The finish on the guitar is done well. And this is another one of those finishes that I don't know what the heck it is. And I asked Brian what he thought it was. It has a different feel to it.
Like I say, it could be a matte poly. It could be. Or it could be a type of urethane, but whatever case is, it's...
I don't know. The Jet guitar, if TSA's in the chat, the Jet had that we reviewed and gave away on the channel, it had a very similar feel on the finish that this guitar has. It feels like Carnauba car wax.
That's a great way to put it.
It just feels like your hand's gonna slide right off the body. It's pretty slick. All right, guys, it's going to do us for the fit and finish. So we are going to move on to what the guitar weighs. And I have to take this off because it affects my scale. So we just have a standard scale. I turn the scale on. All right, we are on pound ounces.
Jerry said the springs being straight rather than angled is like what I did to my Ibanez Floyd.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It does change the tension.
It does.
I prefer the springs to be straight rather than angled. And that's just me being OCD. But I found that when I would do that on instruments, that it seemed like it took some of the tension off, and the bridge would want to come up. You see what I'm getting at?
Angled versus straight?
Yeah. And in theory, when you think about it, it's like, why would that matter? But,
Well, on an angle, it's going to traverse a longer distance.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the only thing I can think of.
And there's been instances where, I would do that for a customer's guitar or whatever. I might have to add another spring on there and just to kind of help make proper adjustments. But really, it's hard to say. It all just depends on how much more adjustment you got into the claw.
I can't remember which way that guitar was set up. Anyway, weight on this guitar, we're at 8 pounds, 4 ounces even. So let's switch over to grams. That's 3,742 grams for those of you that live across the pond. So now we're going to get some pickup readings, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what the pickups actually read. And we're using a Proster BM 4070. And I like this one because it's really easy to check Henrys and inductance with this particular meter. So tone all the way up, volumes all the way up.
Dude, I gotta make me one of these.
Yeah.
I just now thought that. I do it the old school way with the probes, and I'll just put period.
Yeah, it's better just to cut it and make your own tester.
Yeah, that's happening.
So 20K ohm on the bridge pickup, tone and volume all the way up. We have 15.46. 15 it's switching 4.5, 4.6. So our Henrys and inductance is going to be 6.30. So if you take 6.30 times 2, that's still only 12.6. And we're at 15. That's a really high output pickup. And your inductance and your Henrys is way low. You see that, guys? So I already know the pickups sound good, but the tester is telling me that that's a nicely wound pickup. So second position, 20K ohm, we have 2.57. So that's telling me there's definitely a coil split or something going on in the second position.
Yeah.
Okay. Our inductance in Henrys brings it down to 1.16. Let's check that one again. Yeah, it's below half. Again, that's a good reading.
Yeah.
Center position, 20K ohm. This is both humbuckers. We have 5.11. Inductance in Henrys, 2.56. It's kind of bouncing around. Again, below half. Our fourth position, 20K ohm. We have 3.77. 1.74 Henrys and inductance. So that's another good position right there. Fifth position, 20K ohm. We have 7.53. That's just the neck pickup. And that one reads very strange. 20H, we have 3.87. I'm going to go back to 20 and make sure I was right. Yeah, 5.53. So that's a strange number.
They kick back on the bridge again?
15.45.
That's like about double. Oh, wow. Huh.
Yeah. 5.53 with an inductance of 3.87. If I didn't already hear the pickup, I would say that's a really horrible reading.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I thought the neck pickup sounded pretty good. So again, guys, sometimes readings are just readings. But if I saw that, if someone had a pickup in a display case and I tested it and read that, I'd be like, I don't want that pickup. But I've heard that pickup, and it actually sounds good. We did a fast demo of this guitar last night. So the pickups are quite awesome in this guitar. Okay, I guess now what we need to do, since we looked at the pickup readings and we looked at the electronics and we got weight, let's go down the neck and verify the neck readings. So they said it was a 9.5 at the top.
Yeah, I think it was 9.5 to what, 14?
I think it was 14, 9.5. Ooh, that's worse than a chalkboard.
I would say headphone wears. Turn them up.
And again, you can really see that rolled edge, but that's a good fit. And here's a 14. Yeah, it's got a huge roll. I'll let you look at those. And I do have a 10, and I got a 15 here.
That is crazy on that roll. But now that looks good. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, so we're going to call that factual, guys.
Yeah. Right? I want to take it easy, but there we go. Okay.
It's Avery's guitar, don't worry about it.
Ooh, it's nice.
So since we own this guitar, guys, we can actually disassemble it, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Let's look at the neck relief. I want to say this is a 25.5.
Yeah.
I think is Sire 25.5.
Yeah, should be.
Yep. Looking at it, I'm going to guesstimate at maybe 0.7 millimeters of relief. That's a guess. I'll let you look at it and Tell me what you think with the gauge, or if you got a different way of checking it.
Let's see. Use your wall here as me. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's what I was trying to find something white to shoot it against.
No, all right. Let me see what the frets tell me. Kind of seeing if there's a difference between what I'm seeing with the frets and what I'm seeing with the fingerboard. Maybe a little bit. Had to check out with the filler gauge.
I'm going to say between 0.5 and 0.7. I don't think it's a full millimeter.
Nah.
So that's the factory action height, or neck relief. So let's look at the action height. And this is where we think we may have a problem. So we're going to start off in Imperial, guys. On the 12th. The low E is probably at 0.0475. Holy mackerel. And the high E is probably at 0.030. Yeah, it's low.
Yeah, if you're reading 30,000s, you're in the 264s range.
And I'm going to say in metric, we're probably at like 1.15 on the low E. Wow. And probably 0.8 millimeters on the high E. Yeah, that might be why. Well, we'll go ahead and say we have a dead note. There is a dead note on the guitar, and I don't think I've ever seen a guitar with that low of action.
Yeah.
It's crazy low. Crazy low from the factory, guys. Okay, I have been doing a lot of talking, and you guys are like, well, Brian's right there, so.
Oh, you want? Oh, I get the honor?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you found the problem, so you get to figure out what's going on with the frets.
All right. All right. Starting with this guy.
We got the puppy dog is like right there, guys. Can you see Woofy?
Okay, fret number 2. Oh, where's he at? What's
He's
up,
right
bud?
there.
Yeah, I love him.
He's chilling out.
Okay, we definitely got
Oh my gosh.
right off the 8.
Why are you doing that, man? This is supposed to be a perfect guitar.
Well, you know. Okay, we're smoothing out here as we're getting to the B string.
He didn't even get down one spot. He's picking on my guitar.
So right there in the center. I would try fret hammer on that guy.
So how bad is it? Is it bad, or is it just...
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I hear it. So
String clearance probably be fine. You get what I'm saying? It'd
Yeah.
probably be okay. But if you get a little buzz there, that's where it's coming from. Oh, okay.
don't tell me it's bad right there again, because that means it's a low fret.
Nope. We're good so far. Good so far.
I don't care. This is for you all. I already know I'm keeping the guitar. If I have to give it a fret level, I don't care. I think it's stupid cool.
Here you go, my man.
All right, well, that's not a low fret because you're down a whole nother section.
Yeah.
So the second spot.
All right. Oh, it gets better.
No, that's not getting better. That's getting worse. Oh, it's reverse psychology. Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
I tell you what, if you want to sell this at a discount, man, I know a buyer. Okay, so that's what we got here.
He's killing me, guys.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, moving on.
Now notice, he's not using the tool properly. Because everybody knows you do this.
Oh, you're right. Man, those are smooth. Man. What's the name of that again? What's that?
It's a fret slider, man. It's not a fret rocker.
No, I'm talking about the company. I'll call them out.
I'm going to let you figure out who we're talking about. No one let Brian in on the joke. There's a couple channels, actually.
Okay.
A little bit. There's a little bit there, I hear.
Yeah, that don't scare me. That gets concerning. I mean, still, it's not. Okay, so it's right through here.
So you're what, 4 spots right now?
Yeah.
Vox said, shouldn't the mustard flow into the low spots?
Yeah, there's all mustard on this guitar. They forgot the ketchup.
Okay, there we go. Now,
Well, they didn't forget the relish.
Yeah, it's got relish, and I don't know what I don't want to know what the brown is, but it's definitely got relish and mustard on it.
a little bit here. Come on, the F string. I've been seeing this a lot with newer guitars lately.
See, with me listening to it, it sounds bad, but I'm watching the tool. It doesn't seem like that's a horrible spot.
No, it's not. It probably sounds a lot worse coming over to microphones too.
Yeah, I have the microphone gains cranking, guys.
And that's what I'm watching for is so far there's 2 that I'd probably at least try to tack down, with hammer. And that's probably all it needs.
Oh, if you've already, I'm already going over the frets on it.
Oh, nice. There we go. That one's good.
So I think we're at what? Is it 4 spots or 5?
5.
5.
Slightly there. Very, very slightly. See if it climbs. Yep, it climbs.
Right there.
Dance, dance, dance. Okay. The thing is, too, when it comes to these little inconsistencies like this, even though we hear them, we see them, they're not always a problem.
And I tell people that. And when I pick on Leo James, their frets, they'd have 8 or 9 spots, and the fret tool would just like clonk, 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 clonk. And then you'd move it up a fret, and it would do the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they had just chewed the fret to the point where it was a low fret.
That's good.
I'm working on the edit for the SG review that we did. Guys, I said the frets wasn't that bad on the guitar, and technically they wasn't. But I am officially right now going to say the SG that we reviewed the other night, that guitar holds the record for the amount of bad frets on any guitar this channel has reviewed to date.
Oh, you talking about the SG?
Yeah.
I believe it.
To date, that guitar has been the worst. So I'm gonna lay off Leo James a little bit, and we'll start picking on Epiphone, because that one to date has been the worst guitar as far as the amount of spots.
But man, what a beautiful guitar!
It was.
And I'm not an SG guy.
And I'm telling you right now, when that guitar left here, it was perfect, because I did a excellent fret level and recrown and redress on that guitar. I think Steve's already gotten the guitar, hadn't he? But he was away.
Yeah, while he was away.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for Steve to get back home and play that thing.
12 and 14. 14's right up here. And sometimes what happens too, it's inconsistency in the actual fret wire. And sometimes with these corporations, depending on how much time they can allot when they're building the guitar and the price, they don't actually level the frets. They'll hammer them in there or press them in. They'll send them on their way.
And guys, I did not prep him for that. How many times did I said Leo James and all these companies do not level their frets?
Yeah, they'll slap them in there because, I mean...
They press them in, and they depend on that fret wire being consistent. I know Leo James doesn't level their frets. I know Firefly does not level. All these new companies doing the stainless steel thing, you can look at the top of the fret and you can see that that's just a factory crown.
There it is. Okay, number 16. That one's rocking pretty good.
So you're at least at 8 by now.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're at. I lost track.
Yeah, I stopped counting. I'm just 20 at this point. It's right there in the middle. But yeah, it's you guys got to kind of take consideration if they did level their frets, how much more money you gonna pay on that for that guitar for them to do that? Because time equals money.
Did you bring your feeler gauges?
I did not.
I don't.
I got lazy.
I don't want you to see mine.
You said we was having Strombolis, and I was like, I'm there.
Oh yeah, guys, we had some kick butt Strombolis before the stream. Just teasing you guys.
Right here. Yeah. So on the end, here in the middle.
That's got to at least be at 9.
Yeah.
9 spots.
So okay, we'll call that one. Might be low. I think she's low. In that one spot. Take it on. Okay. Almost there.
There's a lot of spots in this guitar. How many did you count them
Annoying
all?
critic said, "What about the center of the frets?"
I say you have between 10 to 12. spots.
Technically, the only straight spot would be the center. The center of the arc.
Yeah.
Would be the only spot that's consistent. So going down the center, well, like I said, we already know there's bad spots. Yeah, very first fret in the center, there's a little bit of a rock. And the second fret. So if I move forward 1, it's solid, rock's there, rock's there. So that's a high fret. Again, it's rocking there. Move back 1, it's solid. A little bit of a rock. It's solid. So, no, a little bit of a rock. Solid. Solid. Yeah. Not overly happy, but like a, oh yeah, you're right. That fret's horrible. That one.
Yeah.
That's got a lot.
Now, the one thing to kind of keep in mind too is us finding that dead note here on that treble E string. The action is crazy low on this guitar. So, and I feel like the neck relief may be a little excessive. So when we combine these things within the setup, now with these frets being the way they are, I'm actually kind of surprised this guitar plays as clean as it does. So when it's given a proper setup, good neck relief, get that action up a little bit, there's a chance that even when we have these little bit of fret rock in here that, still might be fine.
Yeah, I'm still going to go through it. That's enough to make me want to go through and double check all the frets, make sure they're seated properly,
Yeah,
and do a basic work on the guitar. For me, because this is my personal guitar, guys.
Oh yeah, if it's mine, I'd do it.
I'm reviewing it and I'm showing you what we're finding. I would say the fret work on the guitar is below average, if that makes sense, as far as the leveling. The dressing and the appearance on the frets look good. And the end dressing looks good. It's just...
You got a super chat from Jupe.
Ooh, thank you, Mr. Jupe. Oh, wow.
And
$25. Hell yeah.
I'll say he's being a superhero this week.
This channel's here for honesty. So I'm going to say the overall fret leveling is below average.
So that's going to be my question here, and pick your brain on this one. So with the way the frets are on this guitar, and as about as rocky as we have, do you think they leveled these frets in the factory? And if they did, what went wrong?
What I'm looking for, guys, is any kind of a flat spot on the top of the fret when they crowned
They're
it.
driving that crap. Oh,
That they didn't. Sometimes you'll have more of a flat spot, less of a flat spot. There's always got to be a little bit of a flat spot because you're crowning off of that line. So that's what I'm. If they all look exactly the same, we're not robots. And this guitar most likely was not done on a pluck machine, from the factory.
nah.
So
If it was, it'd cost you another $200-300.
I'm really not seeing any indication of any flat spots on the frets.
It's about Vox time.
So it's a good possibility that this is just standard fret wire that they just pressed in and ran with. Unless you want to look at them, do you see any spots that?
So a couple indications I look at is one, I look for dryness in the fingerboard, because when the fingerboard starts to get, starts to dry out, frets will start popping out. And it's especially working there at the store, we get new guitars come in and these things would be just chalk. They need a liminal so bad it's crazy. But yeah, it's looking at this one, the color of the wood is really rich. Unless they have something crazy on it, but I don't think so. It looks it looks
hydrated.
Yeah, it looks well hydrated. So, I'm kind of leaning towards, things do happen. These things are shipped across the Great Ocean there. So, it's hard to tell. But right now I'm kind of pointing to, there's no way they could have done a fret level if some of those frets are as high as they are, unless they unseated by a little bit, by a small margin.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing any spots that are telling me that there was. I'm even looking for tooling marks, and these frets just don't show any signs of any scratches on the side of the fret. I don't see any tooling marks. So I'm going to say that these were probably just press and go. Take it for what it's worth, guys. Like I said, the channel's here about honesty. So the frets aren't level.
And if Sire disagrees, they can.
If Sire wants to send us another guitar and let us evaluate it, we're all about
it. Yeah.
But the action is crazy low on the guitar. So we've already given you guys the action height. So we are going to make a little bit of an adjustment. So these are the tools that come with it. And I've received a lot of new guitars.
It's box time.
I understand that, honey. But I want to show the big tool.
He's got the big tool this time.
He's got the big tool this time. Look at this freaking Allen wrench that this guitar come with. Check that thing out.
Do you really need all that leverage?
That's what I'm thinking. My gosh, man. What, is the truss rod stuck in this guitar? That's a heck of an adjustment tool.
That thing is cool, though. I like that.
So they give you that one and two other ones.
It's actually good quality.
So I'm going to guess that this one is most likely for the saddle adjustments, and probably this nut. And I don't know what this one would be for. What's the third size here? It's not for. Is it?
It's probably could be.
It's for the bridge nuts.
Oh,
so
cool.
You've got truss rod, your bridge nut screws, and then the one for the saddle adjustments come in it. And for whatever reason, they put a gel pack in the goodie bag with the tools. I guess they didn't want the tools to rust. I'm just pointing out, and this is all the guitar come with from the factory, was these three tools, the gel bag, and this.
And if I had to guess, it's a 4 for the truss rod, a 3 mil for the post, and a 1.5 for the saddles.
For the saddles, yeah. So that's what the guitar come with. And again, I do want to qualify things, guys. This guitar come from Sweetwater. Okay. And Sweetwater does a quality inspection check. And looking at it, playability check. It says check tuner to machines and tune to pitch, stretch strings and tune to pitch, string and saddle position, neck relief, frets, action height. Okay, I'm going to change cameras. All right.
Zoom in hard on that one.
Yeah. Let me get over to the thing. So here's exactly what it's saying. It's saying action height was checked. So whoever AAIA and CJFK, I've never seen someone with 4 initials, but I don't live in the States, so maybe people up there have 4 names. Intonation was checked, pickup height was set, tremolo system was checked, play and test notes on fingerboard.
They missed one.
You guys missed a note. But I can't say I played it for a day and missed it.
Hey, he's a rhythm guy.
So that's it. I play rhythm. So I did miss the note down here. This is just going to say, I think this is cool that Sweetwater does it. I mean, those guys have to check a lot of guitars during the day. This is the second time I've ordered something from Sweetwater, and it's been kind of, would they have fixed these frets? I don't think so. And the whole thing of this, Sweetwater, whether you do a plec, if you get a plec, you get a setup, comes with the plec. Or Sweetwater will charge you to do a setup. They want to make money. So this comes standard on every guitar. So they would not have fixed these frets. They would have just set the guitar up to make it as playable as possible. If you buy a setup, I don't know if they would fix the frets. I think, again, they're just going to take a little bit more time, and I don't know. I don't. What's your thoughts on that?
I think if you just purchased a setup, they would have probably just, like you said, set it up just to make it work. Because even like I said, with the frets the way they are, in my experience, we raise that action up, it'll clear a lot of that.
Yeah.
You won't even know they exist.
Yeah.
On the other thing, like that, it was a 55-point inspection. The one thing a lot of people get wrong is they think that this 55-point inspection is actually Sweetwater setting up the guitar for you to get it and you play it. It really isn't. They don't really do a setup. They have their own kind of setup specs that their guy goes to. He has 15 minutes to inspect that guitar, make any adjustments. If he finds anything wrong with it, that's going to take him longer than that 15 minutes. It goes to another guy. If it takes him longer than 15 minutes, it either goes to the other guy ahead of him, or it goes back to the manufacturer. So, I mean, they got a good system worked out, but a lot of folks get confused that the 15-point inspection is actually doing a setup. It's not. It's like a prerequisite kind of measurements they usually make. Honestly, I know what their specs are that they do at Sweetwater. This ain't it. This ain't it. So the action's way too low. Usually, I want to say probably about 1/16 of an inch at the 12th fret here, and 3/64 here with capo.
So you think the neck relief is off as well?
Yeah, I think the neck relief is a little excessive.
So you think they would have put a little more or less on it?
They usually do a little less.
A little less.
Yeah.
So odds are this one kind of may have skated through the tech.
I think this one got rushed through pretty fast.
That makes sense, because they just came in and everyone was screaming because it was a brand new product.
Mm-hmm.
Get it to me, the allocations.
It either got rushed through, or it could actually slip through the cracks. Like who knows? It may. Well, it says it did though. Somebody filled out the card.
Yeah, somebody filled out the card.
But yeah, now what we're seeing here with this guitar is something that I actually see come from the manufacturers, because even they do not ship the guitars under their factory specifications. When you get them, a lot of times they're either way too high, way too low. And I guess, I mean, I don't try to get too particular with it, because most of our instruments do come from across seas. So as we're riding across that ocean and going through the whole manufacturing and everything else, they're not worried about this too much. It's going to change. Even if they say, if I don't know, say at the Court Factory, they set a guitar up real beautifully and they ship it over to you. It's going to
move.
It's going to move. It's going to be different by the time you get in your hands.
All right, guys. If you're familiar with the channel, it's box break time. I think that's what the other one was getting ready to say.
No, I was going to say you got a super chat from Annoying Critic.
Ooh, thank you, Annoying Critic.
Annoying Critic and Jupe.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Thanks. Guys, that's really what funds the channel. We take that and we buy instruments. If you didn't know this, we actually give guitars away. We have 2 guitars on layaway now for the upcoming giveaways. Not only that, it really does help the channel. So far, YouTube doesn't pay that well. And if you didn't know, companies don't send us guitars because they don't want people going through their instruments like this.
No.
They want people that's going to play the instrument and tell you how pretty it is and then offer a link. I mean, I have links down below for this guitar. If you want one, please use the link. This is one guitar. Maybe yours will be better. Maybe it'll be worse. I am looking at this one. Brian is looking at this one. And this is what we see on this particular guitar. That's what the comment section's about. So if you bought this guitar, please go down into the comment section and leave some comments. Okay? Did you have high frets on yours? How was the setup? I don't care if it comes from Sweetwater, AMS, Musician's Friend, or your local store.
Yep.
How was your setup and how was the product when you received it? That's what the comment section's for. All right, guys, we're going to do a 5-minute, well, it's probably about an 8-minute break. That allows everyone to hit the restroom, get a snack, get something to drink. And when we come back, we are going to probably, well, we're going to raise the action on it a little bit, play the guitar a little bit, and then we want to take the neck off the guitar and look at the neck pocket. We are doing that. We own the guitar, so it doesn't matter. So let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll do a couple demos. Then after the demo, we'll take the neck off the guitar. Well, actually, we could probably just loosen the strings and take the neck off and put the neck back on it.
Oh, see, they're lock and tuners, so we don't really have to capo nothing. So yeah, we can probably do that.
Yeah. All right, we might just do that. We'll take the neck off and we'll see how the strings last.
But you want to take a hammer to it, get some frets now.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys. So we got a couple different screwdrivers here. Want to double check screwdrivers. All right, we're going with that one. Let's take tension off the strings.
Say those tuners are pretty smooth.
They are very smooth tuners.
Now, did they say on the website what strings they put on these?
It did not say. But I bought XS Diodarios to put on it today at the store. So I have another set of strings already.
You bought 10s, didn't you?
I bought 10 246s.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I have a tendency of overbending 9s now. So
you get into it and it's
yeah, it's just so I find the 46 to 10 is a little more user friendly.
Well, see, it's got that nice compound radius, so you can bend E to E.
I want to see the guy that can do that. So, I mean, I do it all the time.
I put 7s on your bra.
That's pretty loose. I don't think we'll have a problem with that.
All right.
Let's check out the old neck pocket, guys. And again, if you choose to use an impact on your particular instrument, that's on you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't recommend that.
You know, I was going to make a new fret tool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna contact Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And the 12-volt Sawzall. I'm gonna take a fret tool and I'm gonna stick on the end of the Sawzall. That's already been done. I'm sorry. I was thinking I was being creative. I'm bad.
Can you imagine?
Oh, you don't have to imagine. You can YouTube it.
Oh, so it exists.
Yo, it exists.
All right. Well, I know what I'm doing later.
Now, there was an original creator before the one you're referring to.
Oh, there was someone before?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to give it to the second guy because you can take wood scrap, wood glue, and Bondo and you can fix anything. Just saying. All right, so now, guys, what I want to check right here. See how I can move that screw? That's what you want. The screw drags in the body. And the reason you want to be able to pull that screw up like that is when you put the pressure on the screw, it's going to pull the neck into the body. If this screw is threading into the body, it can't pull the neck into the neck pocket.
Yeah.
See how that one moves?
I call that proper compression.
See how that one moves? That one, oh, no, that one moves too. So that means the pre-drill in the body is perfect. Okay? It has to allow that screw to slip in the body and apply pressure to this plate to pull that neck into the guitar. But it still threads. See? But I can push it. But I can unthread that. That's perfect. So the pre-drill routine on the CNC is perfect. Whatever bit that they're using for this particular hardware is perfect. And we're looking at 4 screws. Even though it is a chamfered body, the 4 screws are the same length. That looks nice. No burrs. Looking back here, now there is a center hole, and that's usually due to them hanging the instrument, okay, during the process. And since this is a hydro dip, I doubt if they actually use that. Most likely, when we flip this over, we're going to see that they put a bonding plate with a stick or had some type of fixture in here. So far, it feels decent. The neck isn't popping right out of the neck joint. Oh.
Hey, look. No shim.
Hey, look, I did this work. There's a big A written in pencil.
Nice.
So I don't remember being in Indonesia, but evidently I was there. Now, feeling our holes here, there is a little bit of a ridge right here. So before I reassemble this guitar, I am going to flat sand that out. And that's from when they put the screw in the pre-drill, it compressed that wood fiber and made a little ridge right here. And this is a fixture location mark. Okay, that's what that's there for it locks into a fixture so it doesn't move. Not seeing anything strange there. And you can see here what I was talking about earlier. The fingerboard material does not hang over the neck. Looking at her holes, and you're like, why are you looking inside the holes? I want to see if this is roasted maple. They're saying it's roasted maple, but factories can cheat. They'll put a stain on this and clear coat it. Roasted maple, you should be able to drill through the maple, and the shaving should be dark. It should be a consistent dark color all the way through the neck. So I'm looking in here to see if maple's a blonde wood. So it looks very dark in all the holes. So I'm going to say, yes, this is really a roasted neck. What do you see on the... Oh, right here, you'll see there's a hole. Okay, anybody, don't you tell them, why is this hole here? Anybody in the chat want to tell me why there's a hole in this neck pocket right there in the guitar?
Make sure you give them longer than 5 seconds.
There is a hole. You guys see the hole in the neck pocket? Why is that hole in the neck pocket? I'm waiting.
Vox said neck pocket has no mustard.
There's a little bit of mustard in the neck pocket.
Yeah, a little flavor.
Yeah, it's got a little bit. Any answers on the hole?
Billy said to be filled. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'm going to first...
Critic said drill bit.
Well, that's what caused the hole.
That's what put it there.
If you look, this guitar does not have a pick guard. That's the first, my first clue. No pick guard on this guitar.
Steve said it's for the squirrels.
Well, a squirrely guy probably. No, the reason the hole is there, we do not have a swimming pool route or a pick guard to hide the wire. So the only way to get from this cavity to this cavity is they take a long drill bit and they lay it inside the neck pocket and bore through here, through this cavity, back into this cavity. Now, in this cavity, they can bore at an angle from the cavity this way into that cavity. But you can't get enough of an angle with the drill bit going in from the top to hit the bottom of this hole.
Nope.
So they lay it in the neck pocket and bore straight through the guitar for the wiring.
Yep.
Because there's no back plate either. So that's what that's there for.
Yep. The wires run through here, then they'll come through here,
Yep.
down to the cavity.
And they'll do the exact same thing. Where this bore is here, okay, they have to ground this bridge. So on the inside of this insert, there's a wire laid, and then they push the insert down on it. So inside the electronics cavity, they look at that bore hole where it is in the guitar, and they try to bore from the electronics cavity into there to fish that bare wire, to make contact. So if you're having humming issues and you lay your hand on the bridge of the strings, it's most likely this insert is not making proper contact to the ground, or since a floating bridge, they'll bond the ground to the claw like this guitar is done. Remember when we looked at that it has a ground to the claw? So that's why they're grounding it on this guitar. But if you have a Gibson and you got the posts here, or a guitar that has a soap bar, you don't have a tremolo to ground that to. So the only place to ground it is in that insert.
Yep.
So there's two different ways of looking at it. You see any, I don't see any step over marks. Feeling the pocket. It's not perfectly smooth. I would say the bit that did the pocket routine was pretty worn. Feeling the side though, it feels good. It's just I don't see any step over marks, but it's not a finely finished bottom. It has a little grit to it.
Now, is it me, or does it seem like we got some writing here, but it looks like it's been kind of interrupted there.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder if they didn't have to come back and do a little bit of finesse work there.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing there.
There's some spots in here. But the side of the route and all through here looks good. but the bottom right here in the center, they definitely did something in here. It's not perfectly smooth.
Yeah, it's like using 320.
Yeah, they've hit it with something. All in all, though, there's no chips, no corners broken off. It looks nice. So let me, actually, we've got another camera that'll probably be a little easier for me to, here, I'll let you grab that and I'll grab this.
There we go.
So you guys can kind of see the neck pocket.
Yep. There's where I'm talking about with the writing. And we got some wear right through here. So kind of makes me wonder if they didn't have to come back and do some rework.
And then here's the end of our neck.
Yeah, so that wood's popping out
Yeah,
there.
you can see the ridges and the holes. All in all, not bad, guys. I've seen a lot worse.
Oh God, yes.
I've seen a lot worse.
Yeah, this is always the fun part.
Yeah. I'm gonna lay it in, pull it over and tight.
Now, real quick with this, because you already determined that the screw will fall straight in.
Yeah.
So a little tip and trick for folks that have these guitars where you have to take the neck off to do the neck adjustment. One thing I always do, I like to put a little bit of screw wax on my screws here. So one, it's a lot easier to put them in, take them out. But also before you start tightening them down, if you backtrack on them a little bit, you can actually feel them slip into the existing threads.
Yeah.
And put them in. And that'll keep from stripping out your holes over time.
That's why you saw me. I did that all by hand. I didn't put the screwdriver on it and drive it through.
No.
So this is started by my hand.
Yep.
And it's followed in. And I'm not using an impact tool or electric screwdriver to drive them in. And I'm just going to bring it down even to the plate. I'm not going to sink it. I can still move the plate. Still move the plate. It's still wiggling, still wiggling, still wiggling. Right there, I'm going to back it off just a little bit. Want it to wiggle, wiggle, little wiggle. I'm wanting the screw to self-align the plate. That's what I'm trying to do here, guys.
You know, the nice thing too is there was no, like, you know how they put the plastic on these plates here?
Mm-hmm.
There was no plastic left in there, or there's no plastic that was all like wrapped within the screw threading and everything else.
You're trying to take it off, and that little piece of plastic is still stuck underneath the screw.
But I've seen like a couple of like Fender guitars when I take the neck off, where they put, you know, have the plastic covering on these plates, and they'll just drive that screw in, and they'll drive with that plastic, and it takes that plastic down with it.
Oh my gosh!
And I was like, oh man. It's like, come on,
So guys, I'm not tightening. I'm just snugging the neck. That's all I'm doing. I'm just snugging it down. I don't want it tight. I don't want it tight. So I'm just going to put the strings back where they go. I'm going to put a little tension on my 2 E strings. And yes, you can measure this and get all technical about it, but I don't know, maybe I've been doing it for so long, I kind of do this by eye.
Yeah, I do it by eye. You know, if it's, you can see if it's wonky.
So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to look at the space between the edge of this E and the edge of the neck, and the edge of this E to the edge of the neck. And there's adjustment room. You can move this neck back and forth, and I want to get the strings to align to the guitar. actually. And you can hear it pop. That means I've got just the right amount of tension. The neck will move, but it's staying where I moved it to. I'm going to say right there. So before you lay it over, just put a little tension on it so it stays where you have it. And I'm not putting a tremendous amount of pressure on it. I'm going to double check it. I'd say it looks pretty good. Now I'm going to lean on it. Just like you're working on your old school car, go back and forth. And guys, you don't have to be Hulk Hogan here. Believe me, you don't have to overdo it.
I'm gonna twist it, brother.
Snap. And that's how you're going to realign your neck. So really the only thing I'm seeing on the guitar is just the fret level isn't that good on the guitar.
I'll say, yeah, because everything else is really, really good.
I didn't use the fret tools, so I can't say too much about are they just barely out? Is there a couple, how many were bad or versus just barely bad?
I'd say about 2 to 3. Well, I think
That were
3.
bad?
I'd say, yeah.
Okay.
The rest were like,
So rating it on average, you'd say average, below average, or better than average?
As far as the fretwork goes,
yeah.
At this price point, probably about average.
Steve said, just unboxed my SG. Avery, holy cow, it plays effortlessly.
Yeah, that SG turned out awesome, dude. I'm telling you, we were just talking about the SG earlier in the stream. That SG turned out so good. I really struggled putting that thing in the box, man, just so you know. I mean, it played nice during the demo. And that's proof, guys. When we played that guitar in the demo, the guitar played okay. There wasn't anything on the guitar that goes, oh, these frets are horrible. The 22 fret guitar, 19 of the frets had problems. So, again, that's why I'm asking, how many were really bad? We're so super critical on these frets being perfect, but sometimes it just doesn't cause playability issues.
Up here was the worst.
Yeah, it's right in here.
And I would say my ultimate determination is, like, I would set the guitar up to, my playing style. And then I would determine, from there.
Do you need to go from there?
Do I really need to obsess with it? And that's the big thing about all this. And it's easy for us to do it because we do it all the time. But you don't want to make an obsession over it, because sometimes what you think is a huge thing really isn't.
Yeah, it can start to weigh down on you guys if you take it too far.
I tell you, these things are smooth.
Yeah, the potentiometers feel nice in this guitar.
Don't mess with your tune, just turn the volume off. Tune by ear.
I was a blind squirrel. I got pretty decent on that intonation, but tuning your guitar up, I would land probably at D or D sharp, would be my guess.
I was tuning one of my guitars up last night, and my tuner was downstairs. I was like, man, let me see how good I can get it. Close enough. I'm not going downstairs to get that thing. It was close enough. As in, I wouldn't perform with it that way. So you're going for a half step down?
Yeah, I was going to go half step down and... This is a floating bridge, guys, so I want to... We are going to raise the C string. So, I think it was 3 millimeter. I don't know if I brought my 3 up. This is 2.5. No, 3 millimeter. We're not going to go crazy with it, but we are going to raise it. We did the demo last night, guys. See, some of you have already heard the guitar. Wow. It's like crazy low. This is called Fast and Dirty, guys. That's probably like 0.055.
Dang, that sucker was hammered down.
Yeah, it was way low. Now, something else, guys, that you want to pay attention to. I've got to keep cranking on this one, okay? If you have a tremolo and it's not wanting to return to 0 properly, and these saddles are adjustable, this post and this post, this plate, needs to be pretty close to parallel, not just this way, but this way.
Yeah.
Because if you bring this one out too much and it's so much higher than this one and you're taking that adjustment out in your saddles, it'll start to bind when it gets on its knife edge. So that's what I was seeing when I'm looking down at right here. I need to take some of that out in the saddle. So I am going to lower this down just a little bit, and I'm just going to approximate it. And I'll take the rest out in the saddle. Does it have to be perfect? It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be pretty close. So I'm going to go right there, and we'll take the rest out in the saddle. Does that kind of make sense? Because you can lower and raise your saddles too. So that's telling me this saddle's too low. So to get this right action here, I'm bringing this post up so much now the bridge plate isn't parallel this direction to the body. And it'll bind on the knife edge.
Yeah, especially if it's set to the body. Always pay attention to the back and make sure that both ends are properly setting on the back, actually on the body. Because if there's any gaps, that's also going to prevent you from returning to 0.
And if you remember during the review, there was one grub screw sticking out, but all these are good. So that's another indication. Go back and look at how this bridge is set in the guitar, because that means this saddle here is set way higher than this saddle. It shouldn't be. These two saddles should be pretty close in height to one another because of where it's positioned in the neck. They're not going to be perfect. This one's going to be a little higher, but this saddle's way lower than that saddle. So, little things you can look for.
It's the little tells.
Yeah, the little tells. And this is just a, like I say, quick and dirty.
Now, when you're setting your radius here at the saddles, we have a compound radius. What would you prefer to set your saddles to?
This is 14 here, and this is 9 here. So 14, 9. So 12 is going to be about right here. So between here and here is about 2.
Yep.
I'm going to say that this is probably going to be between 16 and 17 on the radius.
Yep.
I'm guesstimating.
That's where a lot of folks, when they're doing these setups, that's one thing they screw up. When they get to the compound radius, they try to set it to, like, say, 14, where, the end radius is. It's not a cylinder neck, so you have to let that compound radius, you got to let it continue and flow out. So, yeah, 16, 17 is probably where I'd go. I'd probably do 17 just to see if how it'd feel.
Yeah.
If it felt a little stiff, I'd probably take it to 16.
Now, if you want to figure out perfect, you could measure, this is 9.5 and 14 here. If you took this distance, there's a mathematical formula that if you took this distance, it would tell you exactly what it would be. But we're not rocket scientists here, guys. We're guitar players, and we're
The offender. It had to be the one.
That's it.
That's not bad.
That's not bad for just first try. Missed it by 1, man.
Yeah.
So I had to adjust the one saddle because it wrung out a little bit. And none of this matters if it feels like poop when you play it.
That is absolutely true.
So let's just give it a feel here. I think I need to tune it.
Oh, man, I love that song.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I've been working hard on that.
It's called Oh My Ears.
Oh, my ears. The tuners on this guitar do feel really nice. You can feel quality tuners, guys. There's a big difference in a good quality tuner versus a cheap tuner.
Oh, yeah.
And just like the neck of your guitar, if the neck of the guitar feels bad, you're not going to like it. This is the area you touch. This is where you make contact with the guitar. Tuners, that's where you're touching it and you have a feel. So it's nice to have good quality tuners on your guitar. It's a place where you're making contact with your instrument.
Yeah, it's more than just tuning stability. It's also, like you said, that feel.
Yeah, you got to have a decent feel. A floating bridge, so it went up on me a little bit.
Now, we had standard tune earlier, and it's just barely picked up. Is it still kind of raised in the back?
Let me see here. It's down just a little bit in the back now. I don't know. I think it needs some of the neck relief taken out. I'm going to let the master here look at it. I think it needs a little bit of the neck relief taken out. I'll let him look at it and see what he thinks. But also keep in mind that we have some bad frets.
Yeah. You know, nothing's worse to knock you over is the fret that you're checking your relief at is the one that's the offender. And man,
I never thought of that, but you're...
I tell you, man, this one guitar had me running across. I mean, oh my gosh, it had. I was using the Stumat gauge that goes from, you know, of course, 1 to 12.
Yeah.
And it reads at 5. I'm sitting there going through it, like, man, what the heck? You know, what's going on
And
with this
five's
thing?
your high fret.
And I make my adjustment and stuff, and finally I'm just, look down the neck. There's a hump in the fingerboard there. All from 3 to 5 was raised up.
Oh.
I was like, well, that needs addressed. You know, you can't stop a guitar like that.
I'm gonna run in the kitchen real quick while you analyze it.
Let's see if our dead fret's gone. Yep, it's gone.
You're what? Freezing.
All right, we're good.
They're probably like, can we hear it? We can do that, guys. You want to, you need distortion, don't you?
Let's do clean. Actually, I want to see
You
if
wanna
it,
do
I want to see if it
clean?
rattles. Yeah, I want to see if it rattles here.
Okay, HX. No, this is distortion. I gotta get you on clean.
Oh,
So here's clean.
okay. So acoustically, I hear a little bit of rattle, but it's not coming over through the amplifier, so I'm not worried about it. You know, whatever.
Do it again.
A little bit there, but.
Well, remember we had the first fret and this fret.
Mm-hmm.
It's not horrible. Oh, that went away.
Yeah, that's gone. So that's nice.
I think it was what, the 19th fret? It was just dead. Was it the 19th?
Yeah, it's either the 18th,
18th
or
or
19th.
19th. What was that little ditty you just did?
Oh, the little. Oh, now I can't do it because it's.
Oh. You're showing me that ditty. Oh,
Well,
it's
It's a. Now I can't think of it.
now I got you concentrating on it. You just did it naturally. It was like, oh, that's a cool little trick.
No. Those are notes.
That's badass. I like that.
I don't know when they used to do it. It's I think it's like a Phrygian style scale.
I like that
That
one.
would kind of do a sweep on it. That's pretty cool.
You're going to teach me that one. I like that one.
Nah. Alright, I'm going to check the relief by eyeball here. But I want to do it from the 17th.
Different kind of review tonight, guys. If you thought we were just going to plug it in and play it, you
Wrong.
landed on the wrong YouTube channel.
I mean, the neck, according to what I'm seeing now, if it's going to get straighter if I go there. So
It should have a little less relief in it now than it had when I think we said like 0.7 millimeters.
yeah.
It's probably at like 0.4 or something now. Because we went down a half step.
Now, if a person was going to get real crazy with that little bit of buzz that I'm hearing, you could probably just crank back on the truss rod a little bit, loosen it, just add a little extra relief. I wouldn't, because I like the way the guitar feels. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not worried about that little bit of buzz. I'm not going to sacrifice, the way this thing plays over that
Playability.
Yeah, I just went there. But yeah, Chromatics.
I don't really hear it doing weird things.
No. And that's what I say. It's like, I know we got a little bit of fret issues going on, but yeah.
Right.
Now if you turn on the distortion.
All right, he's gonna get wild on us now, guys. We're gonna do high gain.
Jerry said he got the Kramer in tune, half step down, adjusted the springs, and they were at the angle now straight, loosened screws half turn.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta, Jerry, setup is all on you, but if you want to bring it by and let me double check it, tell me where you want it. You're down a half step. I want to say that guitar was set up a full step down, so you might notice the intonation might be out just a little bit doing a half step. If it's spot on, that means the guitar was set up to do a half step down. A lot of people say, oh, it doesn't matter. Everything matters. If you set your guitar up in intonation for 440 and now you're going to go down a whole step, the intonation is going to be out a little bit. You may have to adjust the neck relief on the guitar, little things like that. It's completely up to you. It's up if you want to bring it by. More than welcome to. It sounds like you got it. So if you got it, cool. But if you want to bring it by and we can look at it, we can just double check all the settings.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, see, now that's something we didn't do last night. We want to check the volume knob, see how linear it is, and see if it just goes. Doesn't sound bad. There's a gate. It's a stomp. I think that thing's got a nice sound.
Try to.
Is that all the way down on the tone?
Yeah. A little jump air. Add a little nice effect.
They sound decent as far as the way they move.
I like that cap.
Billy said it appears to lack sustain.
Well, he's choking it. He's not letting it ring out.
Yeah, I don't
know.
This is a pet peeve of mine.
Just do a B or an E or something and let it ring out. See what it does.
See.
That's not bad. That's the neck pickup. Try the bridge. See what the bridge does. No, it's pretty good. It's not choking out. It's ringing.
Yeah, I never cared for sustain.
I'm big on sustain. I like it to sustain.
The reason why I say that, because I'm never on a note long enough to care.
Oh.
Does that make sense? It's like
Yeah.
I'm moving from the chords. It's like I'm not, unless you're in it in a song you want to, or you like going to it, whatever. But I don't care if that thing rings out for 20 minutes. It doesn't. No. Whatever.
Yeah. That one seems to do okay though.
I like it.
I get a different perception sitting here, not playing it. So I'm hearing the guitar. I guess playing it and feeling it puts a different perspective, a different reality. So me sitting here listening to it, it sounds much fuller and warmer than I thought.
Nice.
That's the neck position, guys.
Middle.
It's got nice pickups on it.
You got a super chat from Penagore.
Oh, thank you so much, Penagore.
Penagore said it sounds nice, but every time I see it, I want to go to Carl's Jr. for a burger with mustard and relish. And there isn't even a Carl's Jr. here.
Yeah, it's definitely got the relish mustard thing going on, Jude.
That's Penagore.
Penagore. It does. I think Devastator and everybody has already been picking on it about that.
I cannot see it now.
I think it's cool.
It looks like a hot dog with mustard, relish, and chili.
I didn't see the relish. Was it you and I think when you just got here, you all were saying relish, and I didn't pick up on the relish thing until they said that.
Or avocado, depends where you come from, you know.
I think it's a cool looking guitar.
It is. It really is.
I mean, just me, looking at it. I mean, this channel, I want to check out this pick. Now, if you guys want to look at this pick, I don't know what this thing is. DAVA.
They're Dava control. It's one of the few picks that I can actually hang on to anymore with my hand.
I want to check this pick out, but to do this, I need distortion. So we are going to switch over to a high gain channel. It's mean sounding, guys.
Brad said give us some gain.
I just gave it some gain.
Your ramp needs to go to 11, man.
It's got a nice sound, guys. That's got a deep rumble to it.
I say, how's the second position?
The second position gets a little quacky in it. It almost gets deeper sounding.
Mm.
When you go up to the fifth, it loses that deep. It's deep, but this one's got. It's like darker sounding.
Mm.
That's center, neck. It's got a different sound. That's bridge.
I like it.
Devastator said when the Iceman is done, he'd like a comparison of it and this guitar sound-wise.
I like this pick, okay? But I've gotten used to, I know you got issues with your finger grab now since your accident. That's my thinner one. I want him to try the pick that Nicholas sent.
Yeah, you probably notice every now and again I'll crack my wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thinner version, so you might like that one better. Try that. It doesn't, this one's got a lot more grabs, so you're probably not going to be able to hold on to that pick. He had an accident with his hand, guys.
Yeah, I'm tripping a little bit.
I can see why you like this one though, because when I was holding it, it like sticks. It's got like these little rubber tabs on it.
The other one I use for my acoustic, it's like the Jazz 3 style. It's a little bit smaller.
Oh, okay.
But this one works pretty well on acoustic because I can kind of choke up on it and it stiffens it up, and when I back off on it, I can strum with it. But yeah, it doesn't want to fly on my hand.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my thicker version of this.
Ah, that ain't the right chord. I have to relearn that. I see what you mean by getting darker.
It gets, the third position seems really dark.
I wonder if it's if there's an auto split there, or is it just
I don't know. The Sire website really doesn't tell us what it's doing. The second position loses a lot of output.
Yeah.
Same with the fourth. So I don't know if they might be splitting the two coils where it's a single coil and they're running it in series or parallel, two single coils, or they're splitting a coil and doing something. And that would explain that really fancy CRL switch.
Steve said maybe I missed it, but what's the DCR and inductance of the pickups?
The neck pickup was really weird, Steve.
Brad just said 15K bridge and 7.5 neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's not the weird part. It was almost 16K on the bridge, but it was low. It was like 6 on the inductance on the bridge. The neck, however, was like 7.8K, but the inductance was almost 6.
Yeah.
It was something I've never seen I'm going to say test that badly. I never like a pickup. Well, that's way past half. But in the neck position in clean, let's switch it over to clean. Put it up in the neck position. It
sounds good to me.
That's why I tell guys, pickup readings don't tell you the whole story. If I saw those readings, I'd say I don't even want to entertain buying that pickup. But there it is. That's 8K at almost 6 inductance. So again, guys, that's why I always say at these reviews, they're just numbers. If you like the sound, they're just numbers.
They are.
Listen to the output. Now, this pickup is 8K, okay? And they always say, well, high output pickup, I got 18K. Go right to the bridge. Back to the neck. So the neck is supposedly half the output of the bridge. I don't hear half an output, if that makes sense.
No.
Is the bridge a little crunchier in distortion? Yes. But that 8K pickup is still producing a good signal to the amplifier. I'm not hearing this huge drop versus the one that was testing at 16. Again, I want to say the neck pickup has, for all my experience, it should sound like crap.
Yes, it should.
But it sounds good. Someone knows more about pickups. I don't know. I doubt very seriously if Dylan Talks Tone watches this channel. But I would be curious what Dylan would have to say about that reading. Why is that pickup reading that way? If you know pickups, which I'm not a pickup guy whatsoever. I've built like 2 pickups in my whole life. There's more to it than the winding, the gauge, the poles, the charge, the bobbin. There's so many different things. There's something going on there. The pickup sounds good, and I don't care what it reads. It sounds good.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
Billy said he can hear Spanish influence in Brian's playing.
Maybe. It's been years since I even tried to play something in Spanish. There we go. Nah.
I dig that.
It's a lot of chords I use. Randy Rhoads, because he was a classical guy.
Oh, okay.
So I've tried to learn just kind of different ways of doing chords instead of your normal, cowboy chords and such, or your bar chords. Always try to find ways to move my roots and my thirds around a little bit and see what kind of sounds I can produce.
I like that chord.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, that's a cool chord.
You can even add this as your fifth. Oh no. My theory's a little rusty on that one. It's just moving minors, majors.
That one's a hard one to switch, coming right off a standard bar to that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. I'm going to practice that
But
one.
not whatever that chord is you do. What's that chord you do?
Yeah, it's, pull this one. So you got it. Just
Okay.
put that one there.
Okay.
Then your pinky there. And you have to arch these up to where this note rings out to that finger.
Oh, okay, I see. It's like a.
I think it's a 7th.
Yeah, it's a definitely a 7. It is. I love it.
And then the other one I use a lot, it's the exact same thing, but instead of placing it here, you move this finger back to here.
Oh, so you make a minor. So you do it like that.
Now see, that's natural to you. I struggle with that one. Getting my pinky to roll back with this finger going back. I really struggle.
That's the
with
bass
that
player in
chord.
me.
Yeah, I struggle with that. You just went right to it, just bam. Me, it's like I gotta slide back, and when I do it, my pinky goes with it.
Where a lot of people don't know about bass guitar, when you play it, you lead with your index and your pinky.
Oh, okay.
The ring finger, like with the guitar, you use your ring finger a lot. Bass you don't.
Oh, okay.
Now the ring finger comes into play every now and again, but not as much as that pinky does. Your slides,
Makes
index.
sense. Well, as soon as you did it, I'm like, well, he had no problems at all shifting that finger back.
Well, that's what screws me up on playing guitar now, because like if I want to do a slide, like you see, slide with your ring or whatever.
Yeah.
Bass, no. Either your index or your pinky is what you slide with.
Oh, okay.
And you change your positions and you play and you slide back down and play. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
If you study the theory of it,
Yeah, because that one I just showed you, when you're hearing, you're like. See, to get that, I cheat. I only do this.
Okay.
Because if I put the pinky in, I can't go from this chord to the F shape.
I get that.
So I cheat it. And notice I'm not playing the B and the A.
Yeah. Still sounds good.
But you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to come down and get that B string in.
Get that 7th in there.
And that's you got to pull off.
Nice. I like it.
It's one strum, but you'll hear 3 notes.
That's cool. So I'm just going to point out one thing, and it's probably something we're all missing here. It just dawned on me.
This is a guitar review?
This is a guitar review, but this is telling you a lot about this guitar right here, because we kind of went off the wayside and we're just enjoying the guitar.
Yeah.
It's like, and we're two guys that look at this in a very serious manner. It's like, all right, let's really, tear this thing apart. We're having fun with this thing, and it sounds great. It's inspirational. At least to me, it was.
Really, the only thing I see on the fit and the finish and stuff on the guitar is really good, guys. It's got a beautiful paint job. The hardware looks nice. It's got a really high quality switch in it, full size pots, stainless steel frets, nice bridge, wonderful tuners. It plays nice. It just has a lot of issues with the fret leveling or lack of fret leveling, because we're kind of thinking they cut the fret wire, pressed it in, and ran.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with.
And that's what we're seeing with the guitar. But everything else, I like the sound.
Yeah.
I like the way it feels. There's no playability issues with the guitar. It plays nice. It's not choking out. I mean, that's what it's about, guys. And that's what I was saying. Steve just got home and played his SG. That guitar played nice during the review. Okay, but when we checked the frets, there were literally 19 frets that needed work. So I leveled all the frets on the guitar and recrowned it. And that guitar plays stupid nice now. I think this guitar, as well as it plays now, go through it, really get the frets right. Do a light tap in, make sure the frets are seated right, a light level, and a recrown. Give it a good setup, and this guitar is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be on point.
Now, let me qualify that. Do you need to do that to this guitar? No.
Nah, most players get away with not even worrying about it.
It's playing. There's no dead notes. It's playing fine. But this channel's different than other YouTube channels. We're here to tell you that this particular guitar, and hopefully it's not all of Sire's guitars, but this particular guitar has some fret issues. And I'm going to let you say what you said during break, because this is my first Sire. Now, him being a guitar tech at a store, Sires come in. So what do you see with Sire?
I see that with all of them.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's not uncommon. I have customers that come in. Of course, they want their action slammed down to the, strings down to the frets themselves. But they'll have a lot of dead notes. Culprit is uneven frets. And a lot of times, I hate to say this, sorry, Sweetwater. That's where they purchase it. But I don't think it matters if they purchase it from Sweetwater or anybody else. It's just what they are. But anyways, they would come in to me. I would go ahead and I would level the frets, get it set up for them. Sometimes Sweetwater, pending on the situation, they will give them some kind of rebate, pay them some money back or something. So, that's really cool. And sometimes the customer just sends it back.
Right.
But I have not had one in my hands yet that did not need some kind of fret work. Whether it be, like I say, what you just talked about earlier, just doing a light tapping in, light, dressing, etc. And I've had some that come in where, well, it's a lot more serious.
Right.
Those are the ones that go back.
All right. Well, that man has seen them, so take that from someone that works in the store that sees Sire. This is my first one.
Devastator said to tell Avery, sorry he was late tonight, and you can spank him later.
That's right. I'm hog tying and Brian's getting the bullwhip out.
And Steve said this is the ABC stream, Avery and Brian Clinic.
Ah.
I was going to go hit the store. Something a little stronger, ABC store. I'm going to need to drink after paying this money and seeing these unlevel frets.
and I will admit, it sucks kind of seeing that. That's the one thing. I feel like if they would have just took care of that just a little bit better, this would have been a home run. This thing, it would have knocked it out of the park.
I still think it's good. It's just...
But then again,
it's not good. Yeah. It's this qualifies, even though it did better than Steve's FG, it's in the same ballpark. It plays fine, but it has some issues with the frets. I'm going to say it's better than Leo James because it doesn't rock as bad in general. But it's just as bad. What's the old saying? It's either good or it's bad. This one's on the bad side, fret level wise. And we've been seeing more and more in that.
Yeah.
And it's not just the Schecter right there. Mm-hmm. That beautiful Schecter.
Yeah.
It's got spots all over the fretboard.
Yeah.
And Linnell was like, it didn't do good on the review. And I'm like, but it plays fine. But it's got a bunch of spots all over that are just here or there, all over the guitar.
Now, the business side of me is always constantly reminded, time is money.
Yeah.
But on the other side, I also see it as, what does this guy run again? About $800?
Yeah, it's $770 something. Might as well
Okay.
say you're going to spend by tax. It's going to be $800.
There's a lot of things folks can go out and spend $800 on other than a guitar. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And they decide to buy your guitar. Do a little better. You know, and that's where I'm at with it. I do it to Fender and all of it. I'll call them all out, especially when it comes to the fretwork, because to me, that is what makes this instrument, play. That's what, it's without good fretwork, without a good, even fingerboard, without a good foundation, what is it?
And that's what I'm saying. They did so good on the end dressing and the rolling. It's really a shame because they knocked it out of the park everywhere else. It's just they didn't get that.
That one spot.
Because, like I said, the end dressing is just,
It's beautiful.
it's the best I've seen
Yeah.
at really under $1,500. And it's the best rolled fingerboard I have ever seen on any instrument.
That's one thing I feel like Sire's really known for is this.
I mean, it is, the rolled fingerboard is just stupid nice. It's almost like they put so much extra time in that there was no time left over to double check the other thing. Yeah, and that's a shame. But again, guys, that's why the channel's here. We're not affiliated with Sire. This was bought and paid for by my money. So it's an honest review. I'm keeping the guitar. I love the way the darn thing looks. I mean, look at it. It's stupid. Look at that thing. It's stupid. So I even like the pickups. I'm not changing the pickups. I'm not changing anything. But I am going to go through this guitar and double check the frets. And as I said, I want to be able to pull up on the bar a little bit.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is when I put the strings on it, I'm going to put a shim in here.
Oh, that way you can kind
Kick
of...
that neck up so I can lift these up just a little bit so I have a little room behind the bridge.
I got you, so you get a nice little effect.
And I can, see how high the saddles are off the edge of the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
I could go in and change all these grub screws to shorter grub screws. And I could lower all the saddles down and then raise the posts up. I could do that as well. But if you watch this channel, everyone knows I like a little kick in my neck.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
So I'm going to probably start with a small shim here and raise the bridge up, see where I'm at. And if I still want a little more pull, I'm going to switch these screws out to a shorter screw and drop my saddles, okay? And then raise my bridge posts up to get the back of that tail off the guitar a little bit. So I can just do a little pull up on it. So that's going to be my setup on this guitar.
Nice.
Okay, guys, it's been a stupid long review.
It's fun, though.
And that just fitting for this channel. If you gave a super chat, I want to thank you 100%. I mean, that guys, the loyal people that come here every week and watch our reviews and come and hang out, you guys are the best, man. You really are. I can't say that enough. And again, even though, Brian coming, I mean, he was just here. And when he said, I'd like to come and help do the review, I'm like, hell yeah. I mean, it's something different. I think this is a different way of doing a review. You got two different people coming at it from two completely different viewpoints, looking at the guitar. So I don't think we disagreed on anything. And so that means that everything, and we don't, again, that's what the comment, guys, I'm not expecting you guys to agree. If everyone agrees with everybody all the time, then there's no conversation. Put your comments in down. Do you feel at this price point that that's unacceptable? Or do you? Or is it something like, well, Brian said, every Sire I see has that issue. If you bought a Sire and you didn't have the issue, then leave a comment. That's what it's about. we're not here judging Sire. We're reviewing this guitar. Okay, Brian has more experience with it, so that's why I asked him. So we're trying to be different here. No one's making money on this video selling this product to you, lying to you, telling you it is something that it is not. That's the big thing.
Exactly.
You know, that's why we're here, if that makes sense. All right, guys, we're going to end the stream. Like I said, I want to say thank you to anyone that gave a super chat. If you haven't already, please go down, hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Again, we're trying to be different. We want to be a different kind of channel, different kind of content on YouTube. Something that is not done that much on YouTube, let's face it. So we're going to do our 5-minute ending window, and we will have one video this week, a recorded, re-edited live stream that'll be edited down to a shorter form content. And we're going to have Thursday night. Since we did our guitar review tonight, I don't know if we'll do Tech Talk or we'll just do a gear hangout on Thursday since we did our guitar review on a Saturday night. Something different. We always do gear chat on Saturday night. So why not throw a wrinkle in the mix and do a guitar review on a Saturday night? But guys, we're going to do our 5-minute ending window. And you got anything you want to add?
Nah, man, just thank you for everybody who came out and hung out with us. And like Avery was saying, if you disagree with us, agree with us, whatever, put it in a comment, talk to us. We want to talk to you. We want to hear what you got to say.
You're wrong, man. The tree grows straight, man. It doesn't warp. You don't need like a truss rod and stuff, man.
No,
you
man.
get a better piece of wood and it'll stay straight.
Yeah. That's like, yeah, you got it. But yeah, this is why we do it. We love doing it. We want to talk to you guys. We want to hear your perspectives and see where you're coming from. And but anyways, have any questions, join the Discord and hit us up on there too. I mean, it's a good time. We're all on there. We're all having a blast. But other than that, I hope you all have a good night. Thank you again and be safe. Enjoy your Sunday.
Yep. See you guys Thursday. Oh, I think it's this one. Thanks, guys.